And we are live now.
Nah.
No
Now we're
more, no more
for real
talking
this
about
time?
Disney Plus.
Hey,
No
let's do
unpaid
it.
partnership.
Nah.
That's valid. That's valid. I mean, if they wanted to, I wouldn't say no.
Valid. All right,
So,
let's see here. Are we messing up?
I don't know if any one of us would say no to that.
yeah,
My OBS.
I'd sell out my heartbeat.
What is
You
that?
think I'd do this for the love of the game?
Okay, we are good. Excellent connection.
I don't know if anybody.
Whoop. Brandon, you coming through loud and clear, brother. That's good. That's real good.
He's kind of frozen. Is he frozen to you?
He is. It looks like he's picking his nose, but at least his audio works.
I need a new fucking
There he
chair,
is.
dude. This chair's a piece of shit.
Man, I don't even know if we're in the mood to talk ball tonight. We just got to bitch and moan the whole time. Yep.
Oh, he left.
Apparently.
Yeah, we ain't in no place to talk ball right now. We could talk jersey retirements if we wanted to.
Yeah, we could just shoot the shit tonight. Honestly, I would also, if we do just want to shoot the shit, I'm down to talk relegation if that's something we want to talk about.
If we
I don't
want to
know.
push this.
Yeah, we could push the technical ball knowledge if we're not in the mood.
I mean, it's up to y'all. I don't really care. I have it titled ranking the receivers.
I mean, we can do that like real quick. We don't have to do it as long as we did the one last week if we
Sure.
want to.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
You
that's true.
We can kind of gloss over, and we don't have to read out all the stats and that. It can just be a vibe.
A vibe.
Because I think a convo about our good friend Nico
Assalamu alaikum.
Yamaliava would be warranted as well. Because he's looking like that Carson Beck "Who Want Me" meme more by the second.
That's true.
Last I saw was North Carolina.
'Cause I'm not. Yeah, they're out on him.
Good.
Last I saw.
Let
So
us
I don't
beat
know.
up fucking Sam Houston State, dude. That would be hilarious.
In accordance with how this week is going so far, beer of the week, Coors Light. All right,
That's fair.
listen,
The classic.
kick a roll.
Run the ball. You got to run the ball sometimes.
God, I love that. Sometimes halfback dive, you know.
Establish the run, boys.
Anyway,
Keep it easy. Keep it simple.
yeah. All right, you want to run through Travis Hunter and Co.
And go. Some are saying this is the
And
worst
go.
draft class ever.
Yeah.
Including the first one, when your
People are
average
talking.
offensive lineman was 5'10", weighed 168 pounds.
Yeah. Some are saying.
Some are saying. Who said that? I don't know. Some.
People have said. It's not ridiculous.
Someone has said that somewhere.
Damn, I'm just realizing I didn't do the Wordle today.
Damn,
Busy
bro.
day, man. I know.
Like it.
That's what it is. Ooh.
All right, let's see. We trying to get it going, trying to jump in.
Yeah. We so screen's already shared.
Yep.
Let's see that now actually. I'm a freaking idiot. Brandon, do you wanna drive the video portion of this or
I can drive. Am I still coming through all right? It was
Yeah.
a bit choppy there for a second. I just want to make sure I'm not going to cut out. Y'all let me know if I do cut out. I don't know why my computer's acting like this right now, but hoping it holds up at least for a little bit here. So yeah, I can drive it, and we'll talk some wide receivers.
Heck yeah.
It's an interesting wide receiver class, to say the least.
That's true.
So, hold on 1 second. Yeah, we'll get into it. I'm not going to intro it too hard. Welcome to Three and Out. Today we are continuing our draft content. Today we're going to be ranking 6 of maybe the best, maybe some aren't the best wide receivers of this 2025 NFL draft class. As you can see on your screen, a wide variety of players who, maybe generational players, maybe some guys on here said they were going to break the 40-yard dash record and were off by 0.2 of a second. So who knows really what the outlook on the wide range of these guys is. But we're just going to get right into it. This one might be a little more off vibes. We're live streaming right now also. So if you didn't catch the live stream, you're watching this back on the long form. Feel free to join us every Tuesday of the off season at 7:30. We'd love to have you in here and talk some ball. That's all I have to say about that. We're going to get straight into it with the man who I almost forgot to add when I was first making this tier list. Shame on me to not include the man himself, whose head is cut off in the profile picture of this tier list, Travis Hunter. I mean, you could probably tell from the Colorado jersey and the number 12. He really needs no introduction. Probably, is he being... He's obviously a top 3 pick, top 2 pick. I mean, it depends on... I forget what the draft order is, but...
Five's got to be the floor, right? I don't know the draft order off the top of my head. I think 5's like New York or something like that.
Hold on.
Yeah, the first team that doesn't need a quarterback, he's going to.
Yeah.
I think. That's how it kind of shakes out.
Tennessee, Cleveland, New York, New England, and Jacksonville.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, he's a pretty much a surefire top 5 pick. I mean, there's really no debate about that. For this video, however, we can kind of keep it in the realm of him being a wide receiver, which would be, I think, more of an interesting conversation. He's on a wide receiver tier list, right? So we might as well rank him as a wide receiver. We can do a defensive back video too and throw him in there as well. But I think it's only fair to judge his talents on the offensive side of the ball, at least for this video. So just glossing over his stats, his offensive stats in 2024, 96 receptions with 1,258 yards, averaged 13 yards a catch and 15 touchdowns. I mean, obviously, generational comes to mind when you think about a player like this, a two-way player. I did just say, however, that we're only judging him as a wide receiver. So if we were to go off that basis, I don't know if that would slot him there. I don't know what y'all think, but
I mean, he's getting his jersey retired. Some might say only generational players get their jerseys retired.
Oh, that's crazy.
The weirdest piece of college football news so far this offseason, I think. 13-12.
It's up there.
And getting his jersey retired.
I understand they have done so much for that program, even in 2 seasons, because the Colorado was in the dumpster. I understand that.
Before they got there.
And the turnaround has been fantastic.
Yeah.
But I mean, he hasn't even been drafted yet. Let's let it marinate a little bit more. Yeah. See how his NFL career goes, and then I don't know. And then Shedeur too. I mean, if you're Dion, you can really do whatever the hell you want. So
I mean, some programs don't even.
I can't really blame them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in college, when you see so many guys coming through and how big the rosters are, even compared to the NFL, I mean, I don't know. I know there's some programs like a select jersey numbers that are retired, but yeah, I know a lot don't even do it. So
yeah, what UGA's got 2, 3,
Sinkwich
2?
And is
Sinkwich
retired?
I believe so. Sinkwich, Herschel, and I think that's it.
Might be Fran. I don't know what number.
Oh yeah, it might be Fran. I think that was
Fran Tarkenton.
Yeah.
Hey, JJ Richmond's in the chat. What's up, bro?
What up? Oh yeah, what's up, JJ?
What's up, man?
I'm slipping. I'm over here doing research. I got to monitor the chat. But yeah, tail of the tape. He's only, as of week 1 of this upcoming season, he'll only be 22, standing at 6 foot and 3/8 of an inch, 188 pounds. Comparable body style to Justin Jefferson, who is conveniently also his wide receiver comparison, according to CBS Sports. And his DB comparison.
It's not a bad comp to have.
Yeah, his DB comparison is Champ Bailey.
think this
Wow.
is a success if he's even half of.
Is that article glazing him?
I mean,
I mean,
It
I
does
think he's a
come
good
in-
player, but to be
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson and Champ Bailey in one is
yeah. He said that he earns that too often used generational talent moniker. Arguably the best player in college football at cornerback and wide receiver. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna take this CBS Sports article with a grain of salt.
Written by Deion
Um,
Sanders.
no, written by Jordan Dejani.
Mhm.
Anyway, he so slightly undersized, but like if you're that fast, you don't have to have the size. I mean, look at Justin Jefferson. I don't know how much he weighs now after being in the league for a couple of years, but that body comp sounds about right.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. If we're looking at just wide receiver, I think the biggest question mark with Travis Hunter is, will he be able to produce at as high of a level on both sides of the ball? Because I've heard that he will not play if he can't play both sides.
Yeah, I saw that quote today.
Yeah.
He said he straight up wouldn't if they didn't let him play both sides of the ball, he wasn't going to play.
Which I think is really selfish, just because like I get that you're a generational talent potentially. Like you've been told that you're a generational talent since you were like a sophomore in high school, and I get that. But this is the NFL. Like everybody's not as good as you are, but like they might be 5% worse than you. Whereas the teams that you were playing in college, even the best DB or the best wide receiver, you're probably still more athletic than they are, by a wide margin.
And the fatigue matters a lot in the NFL.
Yeah,
he's going to
absolutely
fatigue very fast.
Yeah, the game is sped up in the NFL drastically. Like that's by design. The hashes are closer. The play clock is shorter. Like, I mean, there are arguably more TV timeouts, but like, you know.
Yeah. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I think he was a great player in college, but squaring off against the best wide receivers and DBs on both sides of the ball is a bit of a step up from playing Big 12 football.
I think if he picked wide receiver, I think he could be a generational talent.
If he would just dedicate himself?
Yes.
It's interesting to me. I see him as a better corner than as
Sure.
a receiver. He had more pop plays as a cornerback than he did as a wide receiver.
Yeah.
It's easy to be a damn good wide receiver in college football and not really pan out in the NFL. It's very hard to be like a shutdown corner in college and then not pan out.
DeAndre Baker.
Yeah, well, I mean that's off the field stuff. You can't.
He got arrested.
That's
but I'm saying like
was cold in college though.
He was. I'm pretty sure he only got thrown to like 3 times his senior year. Anyway, but I think I agree with you. I do think he's a slightly better DB than wide receiver, just because he has that spatial awareness about him. But since we're talking about wide receivers, if he decided to fully commit to wide receiver, I think he would, by the end of the season, be a top 5 wide receiver in the league.
It's not ridiculous. I think I agree with that.
I don't think that's crazy, but if he's splitting reps, I feel like he could become more run of the mill at both.
Yeah.
Which I'm not a knock against Travis at all. Like that's just math. The more reps you get, the more fatigue's going to set in, and by the end of the season, the more wear and tear you're going to have. I mean, it's what are we up to? An 18-week season now? Like that's going to wear and tear on the body.
I think because of the comments, because of like what was said, I guess today about him wanting to play both, I think I'm inclined to put him at solid starter because the potential is obviously there. It's just like we're talking about, the fatigue's gonna set in. Like it's going to be hard for him to practice at both wide receiver and at corner because all that stuff in the NFL goes on at the same time. So what, like in Indy or like position group drills, is he just going to do the first half of the drills with the receivers and then the second half with the DBs?
Yeah.
How's that going to
work? Or Monday on offense and Tuesday on defense, and then just Wednesday and Thursday are mental reps.
Yeah.
Who the hell knows?
I don't know.
There's just so much
Again,
variability.
Yeah.
He's
Honestly,
a
like that.
yeah. He's a great
Yeah.
player. Like if I was his coach and he wanted to play, like I'd have the conversation, be like, listen, like we need you to stick around for 12 plus years, and for that reason and for your career, I would encourage you to pick a side of the ball.
Yeah.
I think you'd be better here.
Mhm.
Tell me what you think. Now we can get like if you pick DB, we can install some packages for you near the goal line. Like that's not a problem. Like if all you want to do is catch touchdowns, that's cool. You're too good of an athlete to leave it on the sidelines. But if you pick wide receiver, just to cut down on the running. Like if he picks wide receiver and they want to bring him in nickel packages inside the red zone just to cut down on the ground he has to cover. Where he still keeps that both sides of the ball label.
Yeah.
But the wear and tear isn't as much.
He's
not covered
like weeks. Like week 1 wide receiver, week 2 corner.
Sure, depending on the matchup. Yeah, depending on the matchup. Genuinely. Like
definitely an interesting scenario.
It's interesting.
If you're the team that drafts.
Yeah. So it's funny, but I do think he has the widest range from solid starter up to generational. Because if we look at him as a player and he does get used in that capacity, then I think that's a generational talent. But then by a wide receiver standards, that knocks him down to a solid start. Like when he's on the field at full capacity as a wide receiver, he's at least a wide receiver 1.
Yeah.
But if he's not,
yeah, and I meant that tier to be wide receiver 1, not potential. It should be solid starter and then just wide receiver 1. I think.
That's okay.
But I mean, I think I would agree. My outlook for him on his career, if I would, were to put money on it, on what I kind of foresee is probably him being a pretty lockdown corner. He's going to go out there, guard their best guy, and then go on the offensive side of the ball and maybe be like the second option. I think at any given time, there's probably going to be a wide receiver out there that, hopefully, on his team that is better than him, or not better than him, but getting more looks probably. Which I mean, like in this conversation, talking about generational, even if you can be a solid starter on one side of the ball and be a lockdown corner, that's generational. Being able to do both, because I don't think there's any way he's out there wide receiver 1 and DB1, locking down their best wide receiver and getting all the targets. I mean, it's not sustainable. It can't. I don't think it can be done. I mean, he could prove me wrong, but I just don't know if that's even possible.
Yeah. So, do y'all just want to meet in the middle and say wide receiver 1, or like have a giant, or put him in all 3, saying it depends?
Can I duplicate squares? I don't think
It depends. Yeah, 1 here, 1 there, 1 over there.
Say the 3 of us all think something different. We couldn't agree.
I'm fine to meet in the middle of wide receiver 1. That's cool with me.
I feel like that's the average of our answers.
He's going to be the first receiver off the board, like guaranteed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Something crazy.
Yeah, we'll go with that one. We'll go with that.
Okay. Sounds good. Emek is the best. Emek. Interesting. Hot takes. Brought to you by JJ Richmond.
That is a hot take. We're getting there, JJ. We're getting there. We got one other guy to talk about before him though, so we'll win on that one. We got to talk about Teteroa McMillan, the standout wide receiver from Arizona. Big guy, big body, 6'5", 212. In 2024, he had 84 receptions for 1,319 yards, averaging 15.7 yards a reception and 8 touchdowns. And looking at his draft projection, this here says top 10. I don't know if that is accurate or not. I haven't been scouring the mock drafts, but it says top 10 and that he's the second best rated wide receiver in this class, so behind Travis Hunter. I can see it. He's very, very talented. Had a really good year at Arizona. Put up some video game numbers. I remember this past season doing Dogs of the Week. He earned at least a few of those awards. Not sure if he got them in the mail or not, but we definitely sent him a few of those.
Service been lacking lately, so don't blame us.
I mean, Department of Government Efficiency, layoffs. Wow. I mean, it's not.
I thought that counts.
Yeah.
Anyways, where do we think he goes in terms of where we just put Travis Hunter? Because, I mean, obviously, if he's being drafted top 10, he's going to get reps probably from the get-go, especially looking at wide receivers in the NFL. They get battle tested pretty early. It's a different conversation than quarterbacks where, maybe you get drafted to sit. Doesn't really happen too often with guys like this who are picked in the top 10 and only play on one side of the ball.
Yeah.
So
I'm thinking here, I have a fun comp I want to run by you guys. Who you guys think? It's a familiar face for us. I'm thinking he's like Drake London, man. He just.
Oh boy.
I can see it.
What do you mean?
How tall is Drake?
No. I'm Drake. No, I'm sorry.
Drake.
I think he's like that. I mean, the stats.
I don't think it's ridiculous to say that.
Can go up and get it if you need him to. Quarterback play kind of hurt his production this year. Still had great production. I don't know what happened with Arizona. Did they lose their quarterback, or did he just fall off a cliff?
You
talking about Noah Fafita?
Yeah, I think
Fafita got hurt.
The coach
right?
left. I think Fish left. Yeah. So his production kind of went down.
Yeah,
that makes sense. I think he went to Washington or something like that.
You mean you take away a playbook and all of a sudden
numbers quarterback?
Crazy.
Kind of important.
Anyway, we're talking about Tet here. Absolute stud. Honestly, if Travis Hunter weren't in this draft, to me, he's far away the number one receiver.
Yeah, I mean, first team All Big 12. Polynesian College Football Player of the Year. Write it down.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Genuinely, that's like...
Big ups on that one.
Seriously, with all the quarterbacks, wide receivers, and defensive linemen that the Polynesians put out, that's pretty good.
It's coming for Puka, right? Puka's in that.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Love Puka.
Watch out.
I'm seeing a consistent, at least second team All-American. He was AP first team All-American, so never mind. Whoever Sporting News is, they need to lock in and give him the nod.
Sporting News. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I love
Tet
McMillan. He's an absolute stud.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, he had 1,300 receiving yards. With a system quarterback, according to Noah. I mean, that's crazy.
I mean, count the 1,300 yards, count the conference championship, which they did not play in, by the way, obviously. That's like 100 yards a game. That's crazy.
No, yeah, he put up some numbers for sure.
He now leads Arizona with career receiving yards.
There you go.
Wow.
And third in touchdowns. Yep.
Wild.
Anyway.
Yeah, to further the Drake London comp real quick, I did a little quick search. I think Drake London 6'4". Tetaroa is, what is he? He's 6'5". They both weigh about the same. Both ran about a 4.5 40. I can see it.
Please
I mean, the play style is there, I think. I think he could be a guy like that. I mean, he's the guy that can go up and get a 50-50 ball. I think Tetaroa is a little bit bigger, though. A little stockier.
Yeah, a little bigger.
Maybe a touch slower. But, I mean, a guy like that, I think, is drafted to be in the mix for wide receiver 1 when you're a team looking to draft a wide receiver in the top 10. I mean, if you further the comparison, drafting Drake London as high as Atlanta did, I don't think that wasn't top 10, but you draft a wide receiver in the first round and you're a team that doesn't really have an established wide receiver 1, that's what you're looking for. So, if a team like the Panthers or something were to draft him, then that'd definitely be the goal, I think.
On a side note, whoever is in charge of football over at CBS Sports, not the smartest. So I'm looking at the draft order, and I think the Panthers are at 6. I don't know when this was written. This was written, oh shit, December 30th. All right, this might be old. I'm pretty sure the Panthers are still at 6, but team needs quarterback. I think they made it very clear that they are sticking with Bryce Young, but I could be wrong. To be fair, this was written in December, so he had a better end of his season than he did. How do we go to NFL.com? There we go. Tennessee, Cleveland,
Straight
New
to the
York,
source.
New England, Jacksonville, Vegas, New York. All right, Carolina's at 8. So, sorry, Noah. He's right in that wheelhouse.
Yeah, I know. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm hoping somebody falls in love with him like the Patriots.
That would be a great pick for them. Yeah.
Go help out.
I don't know.
Go help out Xavier Legette.
Man, I don't want to face something.
Yeah, that'd be
Twice a year. Twice a year.
It's already tough enough to be a Falcons fan. Come on now.
Yeah.
Twice a year for the next at least 7 years, or however long the rookie contracts are nowadays.
5 plus the 5th-year option.
Just tells you how much I know about the NFL.
That was crisp.
That was nice.
Yeah.
Make sure everybody's still awake out there.
Oh,
yeah. Let them know.
Wake up, JJ.
0 o'clock.
Anyway, I think, going back to our list here, I think that he's going to be a solid starter if he does go top. Even if he doesn't go top 10, if he goes top 15, I think he's going to get in the rotation day one. Like how, I can't remember who said it, but wide receivers seem to make more of an impact, especially if they're drafted in the top 15, than quarterbacks who are designed to sit for a year. Because no offense to wide receivers, but once you get the play figured out, there's only so many routes you can run: slant, go, crosser, dig. You know the route tree. It's just what that team calls it. So I think he's going to be a starter.
I'm a bit more bullish on him. I would argue wide receiver 1, but I'm perfectly fine with putting him in solid starter. Mr.
Sure.
Nash, I believe you're deciding vote.
I don't know, because just thinking about the rest of this video and looking at some of the other guys on here, I think he's not head and shoulders. He's head and shoulders above some of these guys.
Yeah.
A lot of talent on the list.
You're convinced to be generational.
Yes, generational. That's what I was going for. I would argue, I don't know, man. If he's going in the top 10, I think there's a pretty good shot he's wide receiver 1, wherever he ends up.
Sure. Okay. Since we're talking about the Panthers, do you think he's better than Xavier Legette?
Yes. Easily.
Okay. All right. Then, yeah, wide receiver 1.
He's a better prospect.
I agree. I just thought about that, as an argument against myself.
Where did they draft Legette? He wasn't a first-round pick, was he?
No, he was not a first-round pick. Yeah.
Not to say that, not to say he's not good.
No, Legette's a big body. It'd be good to get some speed to go with that size.
Legette sorry for interrupting.
Wouldn't hurt.
Wouldn't hurt. It would hurt us, but wouldn't hurt.
32 overall pick.
Ah.
Okay, he snuck in the first round.
First round, baby! Getting pretty excited over a guy who went to South Carolina.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah.
All right, so Tet and wide receiver 1. We good with that?
Sounds good.
I'm cool with that. Keep going. JJ, you ready?
JJ's favorite. Defend your honor, sir.
Talking about your guy. Yeah.
Hey, Noah?
Yes.
Our faces aren't here. Yeah.
Damn it, man. I thought that was just for me, but I started the stream a different way this time. Let's see.
Looks like we're at a really, really slow rave.
Damn it, dude.
JJ, I hope you don't have epilepsy.
It's just Okay, I think
I'm down to let it ride.
I think we're
I
good.
just wanted to point it
Like
out.
it stopped
Okay.
doing it. I think it's just because if it gets too far in the background as far as windows go,
Sure.
then it'll start messing up. But I think we're good for now.
Okay.
Go
I'll
ahead.
monitor it. I'll let
Sweet.
you know.
Sounds good. We'll continue on then to Emeka Egbuka, off of the defending national champion Ohio State Buckeyes. I'm gonna run down his stats real quick. Yeah, I know. It takes some getting used to. I don't love it, but it is the reality that we live in. So, anyways, 2024, his stat line was 81 receptions, 1,011 yards, averaged 12.5 yards per reception for 10 touchdowns. In terms of the draft, let's see, he is, according to this website, 5th in the wide receiver position, and he's projected as a late first round pick. So, what do y'all think? What else?
Looking at
he ran a
his
4.45 40,
Thank you.
6'1", 202. What's the social security number and his
I think it's an O positive.
his childhood
Three
dog's
numbers on the
name?
back of his credit card.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, that's actually valuable information come in a couple of weeks.
That's
So
true. Gonna make some money. I think, bar none, this guy might be the best safety blanket in the draft. Mr. Dependable, honestly.
yeah.
When he was on the field, granted he missed. I know he missed the Peach Bowl game against Georgia a couple years back with an injury.
Thank God.
Thank God. Yeah, we would have lost that game. But absolute stud. You know, he gets overshadowed easily by, you know, guys like Marvin Harrison, who, you know, were in that room at the same time as him. That the room that's been producing premier NFL talent for the better part of a decade. So comes from a proven university. That's one check. Has the physical gifts. That's another check. Has been very, very consistent in his production in college. That's another check. I think he's got solid starter written all over him. I just think I don't know about wide receiver 1 potential. Maybe if he gets drafted into the right situation. I think I like him a little bit less than the other two, but I'm interested to see what you guys think.
You think he'd do well in the slot, or do you think he's more of the out on the X or the Y in the league?
How tall is he?
6'1". It's funny. We've gone 6.5. We've gone 6 3/8, 6'5", and 6'1".
Yeah, I mean he may fit that slot mold. What'd you say, Brandon? 4.45. So he's got some good speed.
Yes.
Something like
202.
He's quick.
He's not small.
Interesting. Yeah, I'd be intrigued to see where an NFL team put him. Like put him opposite
This
like a DK
this website
archetype or something.
Yeah. Sorry, this website says his role is slot receiver. So
Okay.
There we go. Kid knows ball.
So I mean, I think I agree with you, Noah. I think he has one of the higher floors in this group. I think he's an easy pick for a wide receiver needy team.
How about I'm seeing the Packers based off of a quick Google search, or why he would fit well with the Packers.
They have so many young receivers.
Yeah, I'm sure Aaron Rodgers would have
like,
loved a guy like that when he was there.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Robinson, Romeo Dobbs. They have so
Yeah.
many young receivers, though. I don't think they would take that chance.
Yeah.
I think who towards the end. I mean,
I can tell
the
you.
Lions have Jameson Williams, but
The bottom
Jameson and Amon-Ra St. Brown.
yeah.
from 20 to 32 is Broncos, Steelers, Chargers, Packers, Vikings, Texans, Rams, Ravens, Lions, Commies, Bills, Chiefs, and Eagles.
Bills would be a good fit. I like the Broncos. That would be crazy.
That'd be huge for both picks.
I don't know what the Ravens' needs are, but I know they've had holes at wide receivers forever.
Yeah.
And Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I think he's a solid starter wherever he ends up. To be perfectly honest with you, I don't think he's going to be at least wide receiver 1 off the bat. I could see him being a really solid second or third option for a team.
Yeah.
Personally,
I agree.
which is no knock.
No,
like I said, I think he has the highest I think he has the highest floor, one of the highest floors out of this whole group.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with being a second option as a rookie.
Absolutely not. So solid.
Is that what we're going with then?
I'm rocking with it. Sorry, JJ.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Hey, wide
Sorry,
receiver
JJ.
3 in the draft. That's still
Not bad.
a great place to be.
Making good money.
Not bad at all. Mm-hmm. All right, moving on. We have Luther Burden, the third, mind you, from the Missouri Tigers. His 2024 looked like this: 61 receptions, 676 yards. Didn't realize he had that few. So our first receiver that we're talking about that did not break the 1,000-yard mark. However, he did average 11.1 yards per reception, and then he had 10 touchdowns. A bit on the smaller side when you compare him to the guys that we have already talked about. ESPN says 5'11", 208. The other website I have pulled up says 6 foot, 206. So I guess it really just depends on if you round or not. He is ranked fourth in his position group. He ran a 4.41 40. What else do we got? And his draft projection is mid-first round pick.
Mid-first. Wow. I was just about to say how much money he lost himself by coming back.
Yeah.
Because I remember we were talking about him a year ago this time. Luther Burden's a freaking stud.
Number one wide receiver.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to throw him on here because I think he was has been one of the more underrated names in college football. Because he was real solid at Missouri. Obviously, this past year didn't really live up to his junior season where he had 1,200 receiving yards. So
to be fair,
his production was almost cut in half this past season.
Yeah.
To be fair, the Missouri offense in general, its production was cut in half. Yeah. Yeah. So you can't I don't know, and the narrative was out there that Missouri was playing with a tenth of their playbook until they hit conference play. And then the offense really just still didn't open up. So you said mid-first round?
That's what it says, man. I mean, y'all can check some other websites. I've been pulling up. It's NFLDraftBuzz.com, so maybe I'm just I'm in the wrong place. But this has a mid-first round draft projection.
So that would go Cowboys at 12, Dolphins, Colts, Falcons, Cardinals, Bengals, Seahawks, Bucks, and Broncos.
Seahawks could be a fit.
Mm-hmm.
No more DK.
Sure.
How fast is Yeah, I was gonna say he feels kind of like a Lockett kind of piece, shorter side, quicker.
Yeah.
I mean, we know he can do it. That's one of the things that has always intrigued me about the NFL is some of the stuff that they go off of. Sometimes it's not your most recent season. Sometimes it's the full body of work, or even if you haven't put together that many outstanding stats, they just see something on tape that they like.
Yeah.
And I think Luther Burden could fit into that category because, I mean, I know that this past season he had some injury problems. I know that he had his quarterback sucked ass problems. I know that, I don't know. So, the potential's there. Yeah, your quarterback sucks ass. It's kind of hard to catch the ball. I don't know. Right out of the gate, I could see him being at minimum rotational.
Yeah.
Probably a starter.
I don't think his buzz is enough to be a bust. I don't think that's the outlook for him. But yeah, I'm mid-first round is kind of surprising to me. First of all,
I would have thought.
I think he to me would be an early second round guy, which is not bad at all. I don't know, man. Just after this past year, I mean, yes, the offense was not what it was in the year before. And that's not completely his fault, but I mean, just the production, it was so far down. I think it's either rotational or backup or solid starter. I don't see him as really a wide receiver one outlook as of right now. personally.
I think he could start out as rotational and then catch a few balls in preseason or in the first couple of games of the season, and then make his way into the starting lineup. I feel like that's like the most likely path for him this year. I mean, I hope he does well. Obviously, big SEC guy. I hope he does well, but I would probably go rotational, at least to start off.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, that works for me as well.
That feels right. Feels correct.
It just sucks.
But I think he
I
has
was so high on him in 2020.
100%. 100%. You, me, and ESPN.
That Missouri team was nice.
They were.
They were so good.
They beat Ohio State in some New Year's Six bowl, I think it was.
The piss out of them in that game.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't remember how many opt-outs there were, but they still beat them. So that's the best year Missouri's had in a long time.
Yep.
And he was
12.
I was about to say
a big reason for it.
Days.
Oh, brother.
Mock, good night.
That's the name.
From a pure offensive perspective, I think Drew Cock has got to be mentioned anytime we talk about Missouri football. But their defense also sucked that year, so.
That's true. We need to have like an episode where all we do is just like name players.
Just Drew Lock. Wow.
James Simpson.
Wow.
Much better pull. Much better pull.
That would be fun. And the video is just like an hour.
Jaden Rashada.
Yes, Hudson Mason. Indubitably.
Grayson Lambert. God.
All right, we could actually do this for a very long time. So let us know in the comments if you want to see it.
I think that could be a good.
We definitely have the capacity to do it.
The week before week 0, after we do all our like preview stuff, and we just like sit around and just like let's just.
We're just out of ideas.
All
right, next up, we got
think
Powder
Blue.
Blue.
Do well, but anyways, yes, Powder Blue, Ole Miss Rebels, Trey Harris. 2024 had 60 receptions, 1,030 yards, 17.2 yards per reception, 7 touchdowns. He is 6'3", 210 pounds. Ran a 4.5 440, so faster for his frame at least. And he's projected as a late second round pick, 7th rated overall wide receiver in this draft.
Interesting.
I'm seeing.
What do we think?
Which is crazy.
I don't want that because I think he's actually pretty good.
You ain't bad.
I mean, I didn't realize he ran a 4.54. I mean, and he's a big guy too.
Mm-hmm.
One of the bigger bodies next to Ted McMillan.
Yeah, 7 touchdowns seems low for him. Just feels lower than it should be. With how high octane the Ole Miss offense is.
Yeah. The most he had in his time in college was 10. That was in 2022.
Yeah.
He's pretty consistent in terms of production over the past few seasons. Yeah. Right around the same receptions, receiving yards, targets.
Yeah. His yaks are good too.
So
I mean, it's not that he just gets open, it's the fact that he can make a guy miss.
Yeah.
So I think he.
Go ahead, sorry.
Bitch. I think he could be a really good diamond in the rough on round 2. Almost at day 2, but I guess they're the same. Yeah, but I don't know. Also, I was gonna say younger, born in 2002, but never mind. He's 23. Ew. But yeah, I think that he could help out a lot of teams that need just a bigger body at wide receiver that has some speed. And I mean,
I agree. I feel like he could definitely be a solid starter.
Yeah, you don't need to reach on him because I mean, there are gonna be other guys that go in the first round, but if you can get him in the second round, I don't have the second round order in front of me, but I imagine it'll be similar to the inverse of the first round. Actually, I'm just kidding. Do have the second round order in front of me. Had to scroll down a little bit. You said mid second? Question mark.
Late second.
Late second. Okay. Yeah. So that would go Panthers, Texans, Ravens, Lions, Commies, Bills, Chiefs, Eagles.
Chiefs just took Worthy, so they're out. I can see the Bills grabbing a wide receiver first.
Bills, Ravens. Yeah.
I can see that for sure.
I mean, I think he has a chance to end up in a really solid spot.
Yeah.
Definitely. To be honest.
That's the good thing about being a second round guy is like you're not guaranteed like going to a shitty team, but like the expectations also aren't as high as they would be if you were a first rounder.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So yeah.
What do y'all think? I think probably solid starter at least. At least. I don't know if I would say wide receiver 1. I like solid starter. No. I mean, I guess at least rotational / backup. But
yeah, at the very least rotational. I think he can make his way to the starting lineup through fall camp pretty easily.
He screams dependable.
I mean, to be honest with you,
on a good team.
Yeah. I like him better as a prospect than Luther Burden right now, personally.
Right now,
so I would have him, if we're ordering them into tiers, at least above Luther Burden and rotational and / backup. Sure. I think he could be a solid target, but
sure. I'm cool with that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Moving on. This is kind of an interesting conversation. Look, I made this tier list a couple weeks ago before. I don't know if there's some allegations that came out against Isaiah Bond. We don't have to talk about that right here. We can just talk ball. And I kind of half put him on here because he said he was going to break the 40-yard dash record and then proceeded to run a 4.39, which is not bad, which is still very fast. But
very fast.
The record, I believe, is 4.22.
Yeah.
So let's see. 5'11", 180 from Buford, Georgia. At 34 receptions for 540 yards, 5 touchdowns.
You ever been to Buford? You know what's in Buford?
Mall, Georgia.
Buford High School. Oh. That's what's in Buford. And a Dairy Queen.
A whole lot to do out there.
There's a Topgolf there.
Technically, I hate to get technical with you, but as a GCO product, technically the Mall of Georgia is in Lawrenceville.
Okay.
Technically.
Go fuck yourself.
I'm just letting you know.
Right,
I'm just letting you know.
Give me a second. Hold on.
Go ahead. Oh, I'm confident in this one.
That's funny.
You motherfucker. I got you. Hold on.
If you want to get real technical, the Mall of Georgia. Oh, go ahead.
Shut up and listen. Daddy's talking. 3333 Buford Drive, Buford, Georgia.
Correct. I disagree.
Look it up.
I don't need to look it up. I've been there. The city limit sign. The city limit sign to Buford, Georgia is a good 1/10 of a mile down the road.
The address is Buford, okay? Anyway, Isaiah Bond.
Must have changed in the last 2 years, I guess.
Oh, man.
Isaiah Bond.
Welcome to Georgia.
That's funny. Isaiah Bond. Buford, Georgia. Don't forget it. Never.
That's right.
Bufford?
Bufford. Let's see. 5'11", 180. Ran a 4.39. Still very good. He's apparently the 12th rated wide receiver in this draft, and he is projected as a 3rd round pick. So I guess maybe you can't call him a bust because he's a 3rd round pick projection. But, obviously some people are going to be mad seeing this, saying, why didn't you put his other Texas counterpart, Matthew Golden, on this list?
All right.
And I just kind of thought it would be funny because of the whole 40-yard dash thing. That's really only my good reason.
Absolutely.
And if you want to see another video, we will make another video and talk about Matthew Golden to our heart's content.
We will also make another video about the fact that Buford is full of a bunch of rich white guys that moved the city line recently. because I swear to God, as my witness,
Some
They
gerrymandering.
gerrymandered it.
Yeah.
I
gerrymandered
swear
the Mall
to
of Georgia.
everyone that the Mall of Georgia was in Lawrenceville 2 years ago.
Okay.
I swear on my life.
Keep telling yourself that, big guy.
My parents lived in the apartment complex right across the street from it. I promise you it was in Lawrenceville 2 years ago.
Okay. All right.
I think we
God,
need another video on this.
we really do.
Investigating the
Okay.
code
Isaiah
of
Bond.
the Mall of Georgia.
Isaiah Bond,
Isaiah Bond.
mid.
Yeah, let's close this out. Let's wrap this up.
When he transferred to Texas from Alabama, everyone kind of was like, holy crap, Texas is going to win the Natty. Rightfully so. I mean, he was a stud at Alabama. He, had a questionable catch against Georgia that, should have been overturned, but that's besides the point. I bring that up because I have a vendetta for the 2023 SEC championship. That's all. Bond as a player, I think, has the tools. I think the recent developments, especially in his personal life, might hinder him from achieving his NFL promise. I'm not afraid to put him in the bust category, but that's just me. I don't know.
I mean, that's kind of why I put him on here in the first place. But rotational at best for me right now.
I think he'll get looks just because he's fast as hell.
That's fair.
Yeah.
He's not record breaking, but he's fast.
Mm-hmm. We can go bottom of rotational.
Sounds good.
I don't really have too much ball to talk about him.
I have more.
A little addition at the end.
Yeah, I have more points about the Mall of Georgia than I do about Isaiah Bond. Apparently.
Apparently, yeah. Who knew?
I'm actually really salty, but it's fine.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Where are we putting Mr. Bond?
Bottom of rotational.
Bottom of rotational. Okay.
Along with the other golden.
With that.
All right.
It didn't really quite pan out in Texas like people thought he would. But anyways, I'll run down the tier list for everybody at home real quick. In wide receiver 1, correct me if I'm wrong. I did it on my own. Placement should be correct. But in wide receiver 1, we have Travis Hunter and Tedero McMillan. And solid starter, we have Emeka Egbuka. And then in rotational / backup, in order, Trey Harris, Luther Burden III, and Isaiah Bond.
Correct.
So those are the guys.
I put Trey Harris in a solid starter. Whoops. It's corrected now.
Bottom of solid starter, top of rotational / backup. Splitting hairs. But anyways, those are the guys that we ranked today. So let us know if you want to see any other wide receivers. We're going to keep going on this trend. Probably to the defensive side of the ball would be warranted at this point. I think we've done a few on the offensive side of the ball. Or maybe we'll mix it up away from tier list. Honestly, whatever y'all want to see, we're just trying to keep the ball rolling in the offseason. And the NFL draft, I guess we would need to get everything done next week because the NFL draft is next Thursday kicks off, I believe. Thursday through the weekend.
The following day, we'll be drunk as hell on a golf course. So,
yes.
No telling
stay
what kind
tuned for some kind of content that comes out of that.
No telling.
Something will. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me as well.
Yeah.
Are we going to stay on stream? If so, I can save the outro till the very end.
I don't care.
What are we thinking?
I got to cut it here in a few.
What a bitch.
Get some wedding stuff.
Oh, I'm getting married. I'm so important.
Sorry.
I feel like if Noah and I get heated next... God, is that next week? Yeah, Noah and I get heated next week.
That is next week. God, I need it.
Brandon, you might have to break up a brawl. It might happen.
Out on the golf course?
Golf course, in the Airbnb, in the street.
It's all right, man. I don't think we're playing... We're not playing Augusta National, so I think we could get away with that.
Yeah. I mean, as long as we don't interrupt the pace of play. I don't know. That one course that we
play ready ball so you can throw hands between strokes.
Between shots.
Valid.
Yeah.
Let's see how the beers are flowing.
Yeah. I remember that one course what was it, Southbridge or whatever it's called. They acted like it was Augusta National, and then it was one of the shittiest courses I've ever played in my life.
Oh, the second one
Yeah.
that we played?
Yeah. Hey,
that's why we're not playing it again.
Exactly.
Crosswinds is great, though.
Crosswinds is great. If y'all are ever in Savannah, Georgia, do not play Southbridge. Go to Crosswinds. It's close to the airport, but JJ, I don't know if you play golf, but pull up. You got to make your own tee time, though.
Yeah.
Tee time for what?
All right, fellas. Well, yeah. So low, he's just gonna trail us the whole time.
He's gonna hit into us.
He's gonna come heckle us.
I'm pretty sure JJ's like 16, so I'm
probably.
Listen,
That's
I don't care. I'll get him to sign a waiver. I'll fight a 16-year-old.
Field trip.
Just say you won't sue. It's on.
Exactly. Yeah, I know I'm a grown
That's
man.
all the confirmation we need.
I'm 10 years your senior. Doesn't matter.
That's funny.
All right, you want to outro it for the YouTube?
Yeah, I'll bring us home. Yeah, so thank you everybody for watching. Those are our rankings for the wide receivers in this upcoming NFL draft class. We're gonna keep going with the draft content until the draft gets here, and then who knows? So let us know in the comments what you want to see. We're really open to anything. Just talking some college football to keep ourselves entertained. We're getting to the point down the stretch where it's just really not a lot going on in college football. The transfer portal is opened again, so there's some with that. But anything y'all want to see, please do let us know. We go live every Tuesday at 7:30 or 8, depending, between 7:30 and 8 o'clock, somewhere around there, in the off season. So keep an eye out for that. If you want to join, come hang out, talk some ball. We'd love to have you. And